So there's unlimited possibilities in the transportation jobs of the future. As long as we continue and you continue to find ways to think and be innovative and create this system of the future. And so this is why we need you for our society in transportation. Your perspective matters, your background, where you're from. You can bring all that to creativity for the transportation system of the future. And representation matters. No matter your background, no matter your family structure, or where you may or may not come from, there's a place for you in the future of transportation. So with that being said, I'm looking forward to all the great things that you all will come up with in transportation's future to make sure that it's more resilient, equitable, and sustainable.
So here is a picture of an scratch animation which Santiago Reed made. This is a simulation of smart cars and smart roads working together. So as you can see here, the cars will go where they want to go. And if you look on the second ramp, the green cars are actually intersecting with the blue cars sometimes. This is a problem we're trying to solve, that is traffic jams. Our goal is to create an effective and flowing traffic ecosystem with full communications between cars and roads. So smart road technology can track vehicles and help adjust traffic lights when there are fewer or no cars approaching. So our roads will need to be upgraded with communications, lighting, and power transmission technologies that can be sustainable, improve safety, and be efficient. Smart roads combine physical infrastructures such as sensors and solar panels with software infrastructures such as AI and big data. Smart road technologies are embedded in roads and can improve visibility, generate energy, communicate with autonomous and connected vehicles, motor road conditions, and many more.
CMP has created a bike bus that allows both tourists and citizens to explore downtown Sacramento in a more efficient manner. In doing so, we hope to create a more sustainable, accessible, and environmentally friendly transportation option, which also attracts users.
Our goals are to promote public health, reduce carbon footprint, provide a safe, effective transportation option, provide a fun and sustainable transportation option, and to help connect the transportation system.
Our bike bus design. Our bike bus has a simple, lightweight design for maximum efficiency. It's surrounded by a plastic body for protection against the elements and to provide a barrier against traffic. It has large bike seats for comfort and holds up to 20 passengers. Has electric pedal assist or a fully electric option to ensure consistent speeds, and has top speeds of 25 to 30 miles per hour to safely mix with car traffic on downtown streets.
Now that we've decided what the design is and how we're going to make it sustainable, we need to implement our idea. In order for the bike bus to be a good transportation option, we need to make it appealing to riders. To do that, we need to run the bike bus in places where people will use it. Good marketing will also encourage people to use this affordable, sustainable, and connected transportation option.
Welcome to the ZED project. The goals of our project are to reduce traffic, significantly reduce CO2 pollution, and improve the overall downtown experience nationwide. ZED's design gets people to stop using their cars and gives them an eco-friendly option to get around the downtown area in a car-free zone. The project is fully powered by clean solar energy and easily accessible to commuters, businesses, and tourists alike.
The first brown square in the upper left corner is the location of the first parking garage. Each parking garage holds 4,000 cars/buses and includes electric vehicle charging stations. The blue line is a train, and it is not unlike the trains at San Francisco International Airport. The thing that's different about the blue line is, as opposed to the black line, it does not have a moving sidewalk under it. All of the black lines have moving sidewalks under them, as Grace will explain later. Each purple dot is a train stop, and a ride from one spot to the other takes about 10 minutes. The trains are about $2 a ride or free if you parked in the garage and paid a pass that day. The trains go down Market Street, and when you get off, you can use moving sidewalks, as well as the ones that are under, to get places where you need to go. The moving sidewalks are in purple, also in the no car zone. Moving sidewalks are public access, and you do not need to park in the garage to use them. The gondola line is in green on the right, and if you can board one if you have a garage pass, or you can pay single time. There are about 100 gondolas in total, 50 active and 50 returning to the boarding station. A train also goes to the stadium with the dark blue line, where the final parking garage is located.
The sidewalks will be covered under the train so that it protects the pedestrians from weather and sun. The moving sidewalks will stop at all intersections so delivery and emergency traffic can easily get to their destinations, and the people who use the sidewalks can get to their destinations quicker and without using too much of their energy. The moving sidewalks will also have safety side rails on each side to protect the pedestrians. Therefore, if your destination is in the middle of the sidewalk, you will have to get off at the next intersection and walk back. On the sidewalks that are not under the trains, they will have a roof with solar panels of their own to power the sidewalks.
Transportation Utopia, reducing our carbon footprint. Presented by the 6th, 7th, and 8th graders of From the Heart Christian School.
Transportation Utopia is when everyone walks or rides bikes to school. It would be great because of the advantages. 1, the student body would be in great shape. 2, there is no CO2 emission. Transportation Utopia sounds nice, but that is not realistic for a school, so let's consider other alternative modes of transportation.
Many students live in the same area, which means carpooling or ride-sharing could be an option for some families. In my area, there are 4 families that travel to school 3 days a week in separate cars. What if ride-sharing or carpooling was an option?
There are students who could travel to the school by public transportation. The bus stop is in front of the school, and the bus's route goes through the public rail system. The public bus system has a fleet of hybrid electric, clean diesel, and compressed natural gas vehicles. The students using public transit would reduce their CO2 footprint because each student on the bus means one less car on the road.
The rail system is also an option because the bus travels to the train and to the school. The advantages of the Metro rail system are that they are most efficient in terms of energy consumption, and they are eco-friendly and cause no air pollution and less sound pollution.
Now that we have collected our data, let's prepare a proposal for our carpooling network. We can also organize a sustainable transportation event in which we promote alternative transportation like public transportation and the Metro rail system. In the future, we can conduct research and perform calculations to determine if it will be advantageous for the school to have a school bus system.
Hello, and welcome to TerraPoints. TerraPoints is a program that encourages people to use eco-friendly transportation and get rewarded for doing so.
TerraPoints is a program to help people reduce their carbon footprint. The phone app on your smart device is synced to the website TerraPoints. Your phone tracks you from place to place, or you can enter your beginning and ending destinations on the website. The 2 unique parts of the program are challenges and rewards.
Challenges are an important part of TerraPoints. You can challenge yourself personally to get points, or you can compete against others in your school, other nearby schools, or against other users in your community. Rewards are also a part of the program. In addition to the competition, you can earn rewards with your points. You can join a group with your friends, family, or school. When you join a group, your reward points can go towards that group's goal. Pizza parties, movies, or ice cream night are some of the rewards your school can claim. When everyone puts their points together, the school community wins and the environment wins.
It should come as no surprise that the current freight system has many issues with it. Our new electrical freight trailer, otherwise known as EFT, will help solve these problems. The train would function in the median of modern highways to transport products across long distances. It would be electrical powered by the electricity already going through the most road medians. The electricity would reach the cart through the guardrails, powering the carts as they continue to travel. This means that the system would be connected to the grid. The product will be individually put into smart carts that are 48 inches by 120 inches by 50 inches. The medians will be split in half to allow for one set of carts to go in one direction for the other sets to go in the opposite direction. The carts will stay in place and move along the guardrails that are in certain medians and would need to be added to the remaining ones that lack them. The system will drop off the products at certain distribution facilities closest to the specific factory and/or store. If applied to the whole United States, it would be able to cover a total of 164,000 miles. The carts will travel at a speed of 70 miles per hour. The cart will be able to hold a maximum of 1,283 pounds, as well as the EFT logo. The second image is the top view that shows the cart and the arm that connects the cart to the guardrail. The third image is a diagonal view that shows the cart, the arm, and the guardrail, as well as the total configuration. The fourth image shows the front and how the arm connects to the guardrail and runs along it. The final image shows the bottom of the cart where we can see the motor, axles, and wheels.
Thomas Edison once stated, "I have not failed, I just found 10,000 ways that won't work." In our group for the Garrett Morgan transportation competition, we faced difficulties along the way of our project that we tried to avoid, but like an obstacle course, it kept overcoming us. We had many ideas that we tried, but we did not have the right materials. We tried to use substitutive materials, but they did not work. We decided that, like Thomas Edison, we have not failed on our project, but found ways that won't work. So we are going to be making this presentation to show our original model plans that did not work. For the Garrett Morgan transportation competition, our group decided we would make a solar-powered fan car. We decided we would make a 3D car using the Tesla model as an example. We would put a motor in the car and attach the solar panel to the motor. When the solar panel would power the motor would help the fan to move. Unfortunately, this idea did not work due to not having the right materials. To begin with, one of the problems with our original idea were that the propeller for the 3D car was too big. When we attached it to the model, it kept hitting the ground, which caused friction and slowed down the car. To add on, the axle was not free. Finally, the motor was 12 volts, but the solar panel was 1.5 volts, which was too small to power the motor. The solar panel had to have a minimum of 5 volts. For the fan, we decided to try using the small fans that came in candy holders. And for the car being too big and heavy, we looked for smaller cars.
The hydrogen fuel cell, a better way to travel. So our objective was to create a sustainable method of transportation so as not to impact the environment in a harmful or dangerous way. So then, following on, our solution. We created an eco-friendly hydrogen fuel cell that used electrolysis to represent the sustainable and renewable way to transport from one place to another, replacing most petrol-powered and diesel-powered cars, which can damage plants and crops. So we figured that the hydrogen fuel cell is less harmful to the environment and can be much more efficient. So what impact does this make in the world? This hydroelectric car will reduce carbon dioxide emissions in the atmosphere, thus overall reducing global temperatures and decreasing the chances of mass climate change. Water is also super common around the world. It covers more than 70% of the planet. By having this easily accessed energy and energy efficient mode of transportation, we can make this world a better place to live for everyone.
Our solution is to make a car that would run on carbon dioxide and shoot oxygen out, making a better, cleaner environment by taking out the bad and putting in good. Building our solution and how it will work. Our solution would work through the power of artificial photosynthesis, which comes from an artificial leaf. The photo on the bottom right is a picture of the artificial leaf. The artificial photosynthesis works by getting the air and water particles in the air and absorbing them to make fuel. This is a game I created that shows how our car would work. As you can see, it moves freely around, and if we're to crash into a car, it displays the message, "You crashed," and you respawn. The same thing would happen if you were to go off the edge right here, but instead of say you fell off the cliff, and you would still respawn. When you click the A button, it shoots out oxygen, which destroys CO2, but as you can see, once you shoot a car with it, nothing happens. In conclusion, we are facing the problem of CO2 pollution because it's one of the biggest ones to this day. We are solving this by making a car that would run on CO2 and shoot out oxygen. This would lower the pollution in the air and make it cleaner since the car also releases oxygen.